The Patek Philippe 5980 prices have been going absolutely insane the last couple of years. So today we're going to be talking about this watch. We're going to give it a review. We're going to show you some price charts, pretty much predict where we think the watch is going to be going in the market. Before we get into the video today, I want to thank CRM Jewelers for lending these Patek Philippes for us to review today. And they're also going to provide us some sales data that we're going to show you guys towards the end of the video. So stay tuned to check that out. In front of me, we have two Patek Philippe 5980 chronographs. The first one is the two-tone, and the reference for this one is 5980 1AR. Now we have the rose gold on the left side, and that reference is 5980 1R-001. Now these two watches, guys, are chronographs. Now typically Patek Philippe, the Nautilus is known for the three-hander, the 5711 reference. But this one has a very unique chronograph style and design. Now to me, the 5980 is the most, I would say, desirable Patek Philippe Nautilus. You're probably wondering why. Well, for one thing, the Patek Philippe Nautilus is typically a slim watch. It's more of a dressy, sporty watch instead of a outright sports watch. And when you add the chronograph complication, you add the thicker movement, you add the pushes on the side, the watch looks a little more aggressive and has more presence on the wrist, which I think is something that a lot of people in this price range are looking for. They're looking more for an aggressive look versus the basic 5711 in stainless steel. Now these two are beautiful watches. The one on my right is a two-tone chronograph in blue. And the blue dial is exclusive only to the two-tone. A lot of people don't know that. It's actually kind of cool because to me, two-tone and blue always looks good. And on the left, we have the rose gold, which is also beautiful. With that unique chronograph style, these watches are, like I said earlier, in my opinion, the most complicated Nautilus that I think people want to have. As we mentioned earlier, CRM Jewelers provided us some sales data on the 5980 Patek Philippe. Now, this sales data is data that shows actual sales to customers, not wholesale or anything like that. It's straight up to people who bought the watch. So let's start with this chart here. The first chart is the 5980 two-tone. So we start here at this first point. In 2014, the watch sold for $53,000. Not bad for a two-tone complicated Patek Philippe with a beautiful dial. That's awesome. Now, if we go through the points a little bit, prices kind of stayed steady. It went down here a little bit, but remember, this isn't, this is a retailer. So maybe they have to just sell at the, just sell at that price to get rid of it at the time. But slowly over the years, we go from, let's see, this is 2017, this is fourth. So this was month 4. In month 10, the watch was back up to $57,000. And over time, it kept going up. In 2018, it hit $66,000. And then fast forward to today, it is now $95,000. Now, why is this happening? Well, let me tell you, in my opinion, what I think is going on. At this point here in 2017, pop culture really started to favor Patek Philippe. Patek Philippe was popping up in a bunch of rap videos, a bunch of kind of rappers that were sort of into watches didn't really know Patek until this point. They started buying a lot of Patek, started talking about it in their music videos, showing their music videos, so the demand went up. And if we know anything about Patek Philippe, they're kind of low production when you compare them to everyone else. They produce around 40,000 watches a year around there, versus Rolex, which produces somewhat over 1 million. So what happened was the normal 5711 stainless steel became very popular, but then people couldn't get access to that because the demand just was way more than what they had in supply and circulation. So people started gravitating towards the two-tone and the rose gold. Let's show you guys a rose gold kind of graph. If you look at the first point here in 2014, $53,000. Again, not bad for a watch that's a complicated Patek Philippe in a full rose gold case. That's amazing. But this is in 2014. Now we go a little bit, over time, starts getting to more towards the 80 range. And let's see what year this is. This is 2015, 76,000, keeps going. Then we have kind of like a decline a little bit. Again, this is independent data, so maybe, CRM just had to get rid of it at the time. We go into, 2017, 71,500. We go into late 2017, 88,000. We can fast forward a little bit to 2018, 103,000. And if we go all the way to 2019, we're still in the 110,000 range. And then we get to 2020, which is at $155,000. You could say, okay, Patek Philippe is reducing the supply of these pieces, or you could say pop culture, but there has to be something else there for the prices to hit this amount. Personally, what I think is going on with the scenario we're in today, people want to park their money in an asset. They want to put their money in something they know that's always going to be worth something versus, cash, it might have hyperinflation, especially with the crisis that's going on right now. So I think the trend is when you look at the prices in 2020 at 155,000 for the rose gold, and if we go back to the two-tone, they're going for around 95,000 now. I think the reason was because, like I said, people want to put their money in something kind of, a safe asset. They don't want to put their money in something that may devalue. So that's what I think is going on in terms of, the current prices right now. Before we end the video, guys, I'm going to show you guys what I'm wearing on the wrist today. On the wrist, we have the 5726 Patek Philippe Nautilus on a leather bracelet. This watch retail goes for around 41,000, but it's a Patek, of course. On the gray market, they're trading for around 65,000. Other than that, guys, I want to thank you guys for watching this video. Please like, comment, subscribe, and let me know what you guys think where this price of this watch is heading.